last March in 2020, when the coaches told us that NCs was canceled due to COVID, I was devastated, and I'm sure me and my teammates, we were all pretty unmotivated, and it sucked, honestly. So that's how I reacted to the meet being canceled, and it was hard on all of us, but at least we got to be there for each other and kind of hang out when we needed to, and that helped.
You guys swim for DU?
No, we did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You're tired.
I don't want to swim next to you then. You're going to be fast as fuck.
Making the decision to quit the team really allowed me to focus on finishing what credits I needed to get done in order to get that diploma and pretty much walk out of here without getting in any more trouble than I had to. I think the leadership from the coaches and the athletic department as a whole, that really shut down my motivation to, continue doing it with them, because I don't have trust anymore with them because of the years that I've gone through their program, so definitely didn't feel right.
I don't really believe there's a lot of athletic departments that care about their swim team, and so if something goes wrong, there's no one going to be looking out for those athletes. No one, except the head coach. And that's a unique position. This is not basketball, where the head coach and every booster in town and every sheriff in town is looking out for these guys. I've been on both sides, and I've been able to talk to my head coach about things that I didn't really want him running to the AD to tell. Of course, that trust that you have in that human being to tell him anything, that's really what my head coach at college was. I don't know if these young men had that relationship with their coach. I believe clearly not. And so when you have that lack of trust, that's what I believe happened on both sides, because, hey, why didn't they come back? Well, I think she broke their trust.
I feel like we just didn't have the support from our coaches and athletic department to have a successful season, personally.
I like it now better. I mean, there's aspects, right? We had a bigger squad, so there was always someone to race. And we didn't have to think of the fucking practice on the spot half the time, which can be kind of annoying. But besides that, I feel like I push myself way harder by myself, because it's I don't know, it's just me.
Well, the challenges of training alone, by the time I trained alone, I didn't have any. I loved it. It was great. It was, I went through the whole team, the college team atmosphere. I had it. It was intense. I had the club atmosphere. It was intense. But to get out and train on my own, it made me own everything that I was doing. And that put more pressure on me, and I believe that more pressure on athletes produces better results. I think that's natural. I think to become a great swimmer, clearly it's an individual thing, right? That person has to have it. But I think also when I watch them race, the sprinters that I think are just that upper level that Cam and Sid have gotten to, they have a certain confidence, a certain calm. It very much is cat-like, right? Those two guys are calm, they're free-spirited, they're not on edge all the time. And I think a lot of people think sprinting is this edgy game. And, you'll see some sprinters walk to the block and they're jumping up and down and clapping. And, I don't see that in Sid, and I don't see that in Cam.
Oh, you want to get in there before it gets too nice?
Well, I just want to get my face. So I met Sid at Junior Nationals the summer before I came to the University of Denver, and we just hit it off right away. He made me feel like I was going to fit in the sprint program at DU, and that I was going to compete with him, and he kind of had that alpha He just would give that off. He'd say that he was going to beat me, and like that kind of challenged me to want to rise to the occasion. And when you're in practice, that's all you need is someone to just talk shit to. If Sid and I were to swim a race next to each other at trials, it might be the identical race. And maybe I'll just touch him out like usual.
Just get the fuck out of here. We haven't had a proper race and fucking... I mean, I've won quite a few of the last races. I'm going to put it out there.
I know,
We
he
haven't
has,
had
the
a
last,
taper meet.
he has the last short course win, so.
We had never had a taper meet to really throw down. So it's a shame. Pour one out for that, but that'll never happen. Cam will always have the record at DU. I gave up on that.
You have the school record, the pool record.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, he stole it from me. I'll let Sid have the short course. I still have him in the long course, so we'll see at trials.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see how good my training is, right? I'm trying to be realistic with myself about how in shape I am, but I'm getting in much better shape very, very fast. Like, I already gained like 6 or 7 pounds. Anyway, I want to get finals at trials. I want to get to the finals. That's my goal. If I'm going to put a goal out there, that is my goal. I want to go to like a 22. I want to go really close to going 21 or go 21. Like, and that's fast as fuck, but I feel like I could drop a second from 2 weeks of training to 8 weeks of training. I think I can drop a second off of 50. I always set high expectations for myself though with swimming, just because I feel like it helps motivate me to like believe that that's possible,
Now we were trying to find a meet for May, so then we can at least I can get one meet before I go to trials and kind of like gauge myself off there. I haven't swam in so long. Like,
Yeah.
I almost forgot times. Or I did forget times. I didn't even know that I was a 22.5, But Sid going a 22.3 at one point makes me think we can go 22 lows.
Well, I think what my expectations for the Olympic trials in June, or I think what I touched on earlier, was that the great are going to be greater and the posers are going to be exposed. There's a lot of kids out there saying, I've trained, I've trained in the backyard pool, I did this, I did that. And then there's a lot of great athletes that say the exact same thing, but actually did it. An increase of athletes who you wouldn't expect to make the team. They just had a new experience over the last year, and it changed something, and they clicked. I think there's going to definitely be, I believe that works in athletics.
That's a wrap on
Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Yeah. Turkey's on the way.